everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you can tell, we have a little bit of a different setup. We have my yarn behind me, and it is because we are doing a super beginner's crocheter guide today. I'm going to be teaching you everything you need to know as a super beginner. You just started crocheting, you have no idea what to do, you don't know how to chain, you don't know how to slip stitch. This is for you, okay? So first things first, I'm going to teach you how to read the back of a skein of yarn, okay? Because when I started crocheting, I looked up a tutorial and it was like, get cotton yarn, get like a level 3, and then use this kind of hook. I was like, yeah, don't know what that means, don't know how to find that. These guides are for your thickness of the yarn and the type of hook you should be using, okay? So the thickness is going to be a level 4 medium. For beginners, I would very much recommend a level 4 medium. They're one of the easiest yarns to work with, and so do that. Next, you're going to want to look at the guides right here. If you're knitting, obviously you're going to want to use this one, the one that has the knitting sticks. But if you're knitting, this video is probably not going to be very helpful for you because I'm still learning how to knit, so. And then when you're crocheting, you're always going to want to look at the crochet hook. And it says 5mm right here, 5mm. That is the kind of hook you should be using. A 5mm hook looks something like this. It has a little grippy on it. I love the grippies. I think it makes it so much easier to actually crochet with. And the hook isn't really closed. Like I used to have, when I first started, I had no clue what I was doing, people. No freaking idea. I mean, I'll show you some of my beginning crochet things like at the end of this video. Dude, terrible. But I started with this hook. Okay? You see how it's so like closed up here? I do not like that, okay? And no grippy grip. So we don't like that one, okay? We like the grippy grips. Let's start with how to make a slip knot. I'm going to be using my pink yarn. It is a level 4 medium, and you're supposed to be using a 5mm hook with it. To make a slip knot, this is the way I do slip knots, but a bunch of, like, if you go on any tutorials, they're going to do a slip knot, and it'll either look super easy or super complicated, but this is the way my grandma taught me, so this is how I do it. But anyways, your yarn is like this, and you pick it up, and the end goes in the palm of your hand like this, right? And you hold it on your pointer finger, and you wrap it around once, like this. So you have 2 loops on your finger. You take the back loop while still holding it with your thumb back here. Take the back loop, pull it over, and then you take the next back loop and pull that over and off your finger. But keep the other loop on it, right? And there you go. That's literally your slip knot. This is the easiest way I've seen people do it. Actually never seen anybody else do this, but my grandma taught me how to do it, and it's literally the easiest way to do it. And so then you put your hook on, and it's a little bit too loose, if you can see that. If it's like this, if you can see a gap, it's too loose. So to tighten it, you're gonna pull, you have 2 strings, you're gonna pull this one right here. Keep this one holding and pull, yep. And so then, look, no gap. But make sure it can still slide easily on the hook. And so then we're going to start chaining. Chaining is the base to most of your projects. Some projects are going to do a foundation chain, some are going to do something else. You just always follow your tutorial, but most of them are going to have a chain in the beginning. So a chain is one of the most helpful things in crocheting because it's like you need to know it. Always. And I have a way to hold the yarn that makes it easy for the tail knot to get in it and easy to tighten. So your hand is like this, you take your pointer finger and you just slide it through like this and then pick up. And then you take these 3 fingers and your thumb and you hold your tail, right? Super easy, and then it makes it easy for you to grab this yarn right here. Easy to do, easy to learn. And then next you're gonna put your hook under the piece of yarn and you're gonna pull and make sure to twist your hook under and then pull it through. Okay? And there you go, you have your first chain.
We're gonna keep practicing this until you got it down. Okay?
So
you're holding your yarn. You take your hook, you go under, pick up the yarn, pull, twist the hook until it's all the way under and pull it through.
When you don't twist your hook all the way down, it's going to be much harder to get the yarn to go through the loop. And so let me show you what that looks like. If you put your hook under and you pull, 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 the hook gets stuck on your loop, right? Very hard to get through, very annoying. It's not fun, okay? So this is something that I had trouble with when I was beginning. I never twisted my hook and I could never get it through. Let's chain again. Hook under the yarn, pull, then twist, then pull. Hook under, pull, twist, pull. See? Do about 10 more of those. So once you have your 10 chains, they should look something like this. Yours might look a little bit looser, which is totally fine. Mine were super loose in the beginning. You'll get the hang of it and you'll get it down and it'll be super easy. Since you have your chain, the first row is always the hardest for me, okay? Because you don't really have a base to go off of. Now we're gonna learn how to do a single crochet stitch. To do single crochet, you're gonna chain one and take your hook and go into your second chain. Same like you're chaining, you're going to take your hook and grab the yarn and then pull it back out, right? Then you have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and then pull through the 2 loops. And then tighten your 1 loop on your hook. There you go, you have your first single crochet. So let's do it again. You're going to put your hook into your next stitch. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through. Then you're going to have 2 loops on your hook, okay? Once you have 2 loops on your hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through 2, and you have your second single crochet. Let's do it one more time, and then pause and go down your chains. Now you're going to put your hook into your very next stitch, which is this one for me right here, and then so put your hook into your very next stitch. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through. You have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And you have your third single crochet. So do that all the way down your chains. If you're still feeling lost after the third single crochet, then go back to the first single crochet that we did and follow along from there. And if you're still stuck, just keep going back. I know when I was a beginner and I was looking at tutorials, I was so lost. I had to go back to the beginning so many times. Don't worry, okay? You're gonna get it. It takes a few times to learn, okay? I had my first lesson that I did. I taught somebody how to crochet, and we were doing it for 4 hours when she finally learned how to do it all on her own. Once you're ready, go ahead and single crochet all the way down your chain. So once you're done, yours should look a little something like this. Yours are probably going to be looser if they are super tight. That is literally amazing. Good for you. But yes, if you have the single crochet down, then you're ready to move to the next stitch, which is going to be a double crochet. To get to the next row, we are going to chain up 2. So 1, 2. Chain is just like the foundation here. You're just going to hold your yarn correctly, and you're going to yarn over and pull through the loop. And make sure you're twisting. So yes, chain up 2, turn your work, and you are ready to start your next row. So double crochet is just as it sounds. It's basically a bigger version of single crochet. So a little bit more steps, but it's just as easy, I promise. For double crochet, you are going to yarn over, and then you're going to stick your hook into the very next stitch, which for me is going to be this stitch right here. So yarn over, stick your hook through your stitch, and then you're going to yarn over just like in single crochet, pull through, and then the difference about this in single crochet is that you have 3 loops on your hook, and from here you're going to yarn over, pull through 2. Do not pull through all 3 of your loops. Then you're going to have another 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And there is your first double crochet.
So let's do again. We are going to yarn over and put it through your very next stitch, which for me is this one right here. So yarn over, put it through your stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, and up. Again, make sure you're twisting every time or else it's not going to go through. Twist all the way down, okay? Look at my hook. You're going to twist all the way down until it's literally facing the ground. Okay, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. There you have your second double crochet. Okay, so let's do our third double crochet. We are going to yarn over and put it through your next stitch, which for me is this one right here. And you're going to yarn over, put it through your stitch, and then yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. And you're going to yarn over, pull through 2. And then you have 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Third double crochet.
Okay, so once you are done with your double crochet row, it should look a little something like this. Okay, and as you can see, this pattern up here is a little bit different than the one down here, which is because one is a single crochet, one is a double crochet. When I started crocheting, I crocheted a scarf with only double crochets, and I'm not even gonna lie, it wasn't my favorite thing ever, obviously because the stitches were super loose. I don't even know where that scarf is right now, but I'll show you some of my very first creations at the very end of the video, so make sure to stay till the end. But I started crocheting with double crochets as a beginner, and like all the way through, I did notice that some of my stitches would drop. There were holes in my creations, and so I would probably recommend doing single crochets as a very beginner. Like if you're making a blanket or a scarf, single crochets are probably going to look much better. So next step is I'm going to teach you how to fasten off your work. To fasten off your work, you're going to chain up 1, and you're going to set everything down, and you're going to take your scissors, but you're going to cut your yarn with a little bit of a tail, not too much. I'll cut right here. That's about where I usually cut. And you're going to literally pull, like this seems so wrong, but pull all the way through and tighten, and then it'll form a knot. So now you have 2 strings at the end of your project, and you can actually weave them into your project, which makes them not fall out really. I use these needles. They're very thick. They have a wide hole for you to put your tails through, and so you're literally just gonna thread your yarn through that tail, through the hole on the needle, and pull it through, and then you're gonna take your project and just weave it through, like if you're sewing or anything. So once I'm here with a majority of the tail left, I go back through my last weave that I did, I guess, and do that, and then I don't pull it too hard. I always make sure to leave a little gap. It's right here. If I pull, you can see the little gap right there, and I stick my needle back through that, and that like really fastens it off. And there you have your little row of your stitches. So this is one of the first ever things that I made. I think it's like the first or second thing that I made. And my first thing was a red scarf, and I did use this yarn for it, like this kind of yarn. I don't know where that went. I'm pretty sure it looked good because my grandma did most of it. Like, she taught me how to do it, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then she was like, okay, I'll finish it. And so she finished it, and so that's why it probably looks good. But this is the scarf that I made for my mom when I thought I was so good at crocheting. I made the mistake that I tell everybody not to use. I've talked about this in one of my crochet videos before. I used the Baby Bernat velvet yarn to do this, okay? And if you can see, you can't even tell what kind of stitch this is. I did use double crochets. You see how there's like loops everywhere. That's why I recommend using single crochets. It'll give you a much tighter and cleaner look. But this is what velvet yarn has done to me every time I used it. I made a blanket out of this yarn, and you can go see that in my everything I've made since I started crocheting video, which I'll link. I used that as well, and it turned out the exact same way, and I was more advanced when I did that one. So I don't like this yarn at all. Do not buy it. But yeah, this is how it looks. So don't be discouraged if you can't get it to look how you want it when you're first starting, okay? Because now I can crochet stuffed animals, I crochet clothes, I crochet bags, I crochet blankets, and it all looks pretty good, I think. So yeah, don't give up on it, and it'll work out just fine for you. But this video was for the very beginners that you're just starting, you don't even have a pattern, you don't know what to make yet, you're just wanting to learn the stitches. Double and single crochet are the two most basic stitches that you'll need to know for crocheting. Okay? So if you come across any stitches that aren't that and you don't know how to do at all across a tutorial or a pattern, comment it in the section below, and I will try to make a video on how to do it and really explain it very well. And if you have any questions about anything on this video or how to do something, or if you're confused, also comment that, and I will try to get back to you. And I will try to get back to you and make a video on it as soon as I can. So I hope this helped you. I hope this helped you out. I hope you're more excited about learning how to crochet. And yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It's super helpful. And then I have an Instagram and a TikTok that I post 3 times a day on. Follow those because why not? Bye!